If you're a teacher or aspiring educator with strong and natural English communication skills, you're in for a treat. Hey there, it's me, Leri, and I've got an exciting recommendation just for you. Stick around until the end of this video because I'll cover everything you need to know about the company, its pros and cons, and share some valuable tips on how to meet their requirements. What is Twenix? Twenix is a dynamic online English language learning platform that offers 26-minute conversation classes to adult students based in Spain and Italy. They aim to help students develop their language skills through engaging conversations. The company has a diverse community of teachers from around the globe. They hire native and non-native teachers with no degree or TEFL certificate required. You just need a high level of English and passion for conversation and enough knowledge of the English language to offer corrections and support to students. Getting a job at Twenix. The hiring process at Twenix is simple and efficient. Submit your application. You'll answer questions about your background and teaching approach. Prior experience is preferred but not mandatory. Record video tasks. If selected, you'll need to record 2 short video tasks to showcase your teaching skills. But this isn't your typical self-introduction video. It's about showing how you can teach Twenix's students. It's essential to follow the instructions closely as these videos will undergo thorough review, and this will significantly impact your chances of being hired. Remember, they're looking for how you interact with adults, not just your general teaching skills. Think of these tasks as if you're teaching a real Twenix student. I'm going to upload a guide for Twenix video tasks soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Onboarding and start teaching. Once your videos are approved, you'll complete a brief onboarding process, set up your teaching account, and start teaching. Twenix also offers 2 webinars to help you get started. What sets Twenix apart? As someone who's been TESOL certified and teaching on various platforms since 2019, I've found that Twenix stands out for several reasons. Adult learners. Twenix primarily caters to adult professionals offering a different teaching dynamic compared to children. Let me tell you more about teaching kids versus teaching adults later in this video. Ready-to-use materials. Each class comes with prepared materials so you can focus on teaching rather than lesson planning, right? Flexible scheduling. With no minimum hours required, you can tailor your teaching schedule to fit your lifestyle. Now, that's just perfect for balancing other responsibilities. If you're a stay-at-home mom like me, or you have other side hustles, then this is perfect for you. The next one is really something unique to Twenix. Class transfer option. It's the option to transfer classes if you're unable to attend, obviously. It's truly helpful in case of emergencies, and take note, no penalties at all. While you cannot cancel a class outright, the transfer process is seamless and other teachers are quick to pick up any open classes. And if you're in that position, you can grab last-minute bookings to keep your schedules full. That means more earnings for you, dear. No profile setup. You skip the hassle of marketing yourself and dive straight to teaching. With all sessions paid, no free trial classes involved. Pay rates. Twenix welcomes teachers from around the world with pay rates adjusted based on the cost of living in each country. For example, in the Philippines, the starting rate is around 6 euros per hour, which works out as about 372 in Philippine peso. Also, the more you teach in the platform, the more you earn. As you hit certain milestones, for example, after teaching 100 classes, your hourly rate increases as well. And on top of that, they offer seasonal bonuses at different times of the year. Payments are made monthly through Wise or Payoneer. Here's an example of an invoice. Please note that I typically work 3 to 4 hours a day and only on weekdays. The amount may vary depending on whether I'm fully booked or not. Cons. While Twenix has many strengths, there are a few areas where improvements are ongoing. First, seasonality. Class demand varies with peak seasons from March to July and October to December. However, August and January see low demand that would affect income. Next is their rating system. After each class, students provide a rating. Teachers must maintain an average rating above 4.7 stars. Those falling below this mark receive support and training with potential warnings if improvements aren't made. But Don't you worry, teachers. Let me tell you my top 5 secrets on how I get 5-star ratings. Tips for success at Twenix, or we call it the 5 golden rules. Tip number 1. Lesson preparation. Preparation for each class is minimal, taking no more than 5 minutes. Quickly run through the teacher's notes, student profile, and lesson material. Teacher's notes provides insights on things that the students struggle with, helping you anticipate challenges during class. For example, if a student is introverted and gives brief answers, prepare follow-up and open-ended questions to keep the conversation flowing. Another example, let's say your student is a museum receptionist and shows a lesson about, let's say, sales. You may want to adjust the questions to make them more relatable to her field. The student profile helps you understand the student's proficiency and professional background, allowing you to tailor the lessons for a more engaging experience. Finally, a quick glance at the lesson material not only familiarizes you with the content, but also equips you with additional insights to share. This brief preparation allows you to guide your students smoothly, and it creates a personalized experience that can boost their satisfaction and your chances of earning a 5-star rating. Tip number 2, striking the right tone. When teaching adults, it's crucial to strike the right balance between professionalism and friendliness. Start by being yourself because students appreciate authenticity. Keep your tone professional but also conversational to make the class feel more relaxed and engaging. Avoid overly formal titles like Mr., Mrs., Sir, or Madam, as they can create unnecessary distance. Instead, address your students by their first name, which fosters a more personal connection. This approach creates a comfortable learning environment where students feel at ease to participate and express themselves.
Hello, Fran.
Hello.
How's it going today?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Thank
good.
you for asking. It's been a productive day for me. How about you?
Yeah, the same. At the moment, the same.
By maintaining this balance, you not only make the lessons more enjoyable, but also build stronger rapport with your students, which can lead to better engagement and higher ratings. Tip number 3, teaching adults, not kids. Teaching adults versus teaching kids. One key difference is in how you use body language. While gestures like waving to say hello or asking, "Can you hear me? Can you see me?" are common with younger students, they're unnecessary with adults who are more focused on content of the lesson. Avoid overpraising students with things like clapping or exaggerated reactions. Don't be afraid to say good job or well done, but keep your energy natural because you don't want to patronize the student. Adults appreciate constructive feedback over excessive praise. Here's an example. You're doing a great job with your pronunciation, but there are some sounds we need to work on. Since most adult learners are already familiar with much of the basic vocabulary, try introducing idioms and elevated adjectives to add something new to their learning experience. For example, instead of saying very happy, you could teach them the idiom over the moon or use the adjective ecstatic. Encourage them to use it in a sentence too.
For the last one, the new expression is under the guise of.
Under the guise of is like try to a false appearance of something. Like I remember the examples and I can use the expression in a sentence, but I'm trying to catch a good definition.
Okay.
It's like when someone is doing something and he's trying to appear that what he's doing is for a specific goal, but really it's for other more
Yes.
deeper or more
There's a hidden
dark.
agenda behind
Yeah,
it.
hidden.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the key word you can use is pretending. Pretending to
Okay.
do something for a reason, but there's an underlying hidden agenda for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
You mentioned that you can create your own sentence for that
Yeah.
phrase. Okay, try to do so. Go ahead.
Under the guise of giving you a new entertainment or something, the social networks are really making money with your data,
Right.
for example.
I like that you can correlate it to the topic yesterday, open banking. Perfect.
Tip number 4, cultural differences. Remember that Twenix students are usually taking their classes in their lunch break or after work. They're looking to practice their conversation skills in a relaxed, engaging way. So think of yourself as a facilitator, not a lecturer. It's important to treat the class as a conversation rather than a traditional lesson. You should be aiming for 70% student talking time and 30% teacher talking time. Students, especially from cultures like Spain and Italy, are used to open dialogue and may ask for your opinions on various topics. So feel free to share your opinions on low-stakes everyday topics, but be cautious and diplomatic when discussing sensitive topics like politics or religion. Some students appreciate different perspectives, but others might find them unsettling. If any controversial topics do come up, just gently guide the conversation back to something more lighthearted. You could say, anyway, moving on, let's discuss, or let's move on to the next question. What do you think about? And we're down to the final tip. But before I dive into that, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell icon to make sure you're in the loop whenever I post teaching videos such as this one. Alright, tip number 5, feedback and correction. When it comes to correcting students, timing and approach are key. Here's how to do it effectively. When to correct. Focus on correcting errors that impact comprehension or fluency. Immediate correction is crucial during pronunciation mistakes or major grammatical errors, but minor mistakes can often wait until later in the lesson.
Instead of saying this phrase, how can you better say it? I typed it in the chat box.
Not declaring.
Not declaring, all right. Not declaring it to the government for taxing purposes. Correct. Right? Can you tell me how to describe criticizing?
Do you want the same example that I used the last day or a new one?
You can define the word first, give the meaning, and then maybe give an example
Okay.
sentence. Right.
Okay, criticizing is like give you an evaluation
Yeah.
about something.
All right. Something or someone. Could be a person or a thing, right? Or a situation. Okay. Maybe give
Okay.
an example sentence.
I like when someone is criticizing me, but to help me to improve.
Okay, like a constructive criticism.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
perfect.
How to correct. Be gentle and constructive. Instead of saying, that's wrong, let's try that sentence again with this structure.
So you mentioned you cannot control cryptocurrency, but I think for users, because if you are you using Bitcoins, for example, or cryptocurrency?
No.
No, I haven't tried it either. But anyway, based on your statement, you cannot control cryptocurrency. I think the right word for that is you cannot hack or cheat
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
This approach encourages learning without discouraging the student. Do's and don'ts. Do use positive reinforcement alongside corrections to maintain confidence. Don't interrupt the student mid-sentence unless it's a critical error. Let them finish their thought before providing feedback. And for the final wrap-up, summarize the key corrections at the end of the lesson, reinforcing the learning points. Twenix believes in micro-learning, so try to focus on 3 to 4 key points rather than overwhelming your student with a ton of notes.
One last question, because I want you to use the phrase, I am of the opinion that. Could you give your final thoughts on blockchain and use the phrase, I am of the opinion that?
Okay, I'm of the opinion that right now it has a bit of noise because of due to the speculation and the money it's making and everything. But I think that in the future it's gonna have a positive impact in people's lives.
Wonderful. Okay, very well said, Fran. Thank you for having a class with me. Thank you very much for your time. And I would like to commend you for explaining such complex idea confidently, naturally. I think you could convince people. They'll be entirely convinced of investing in cryptocurrency because of the knowledge that you have. I'm just going to give you an overall feedback about our class, Fran. Overall, as I mentioned, you were able to convey your ideas confidently and naturally because you're knowledgeable about the topic. In terms of English skills, you've mentioned that you wanted to improve your vocabulary bank. So keep on building your vocabulary by reading articles related to the topics that interest you. And thank you for your time. I hope I get to speak with you again someday.
Perfect.
Thank you,
Okay,
Fran.
so thank you.
You have a
so
lovely
much.
day.
Nice to meet you, Leri.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
By applying these correction tips, you help create a supportive environment that fosters growth and confidence in your students. If you want to learn more about Twenix, I'll put the link to their website in the description box below. All right, that's a wrap. If this video added a little spark to your teaching journey, hit that like button. And if you're ready for more insights and a bit of fun, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon. Let's build each other up and learn together every day. See you in the next one.